The opinions expressed in the following program are solely those of the host. The following program may contain coarse language and is intended for an adult audience. Listener discretion is strongly advised.
Welcome to Climax Radio, the home of new music, hidden gems, and great talk to start your day with a bang. Spice up your long and boring commutes to and from work. Get excited again. Listen to Climax Radio in your car, on the bus, or riding the rails. And now, the hosts of Climax Radio, Magnum and Radio Free G.
Once again from Mission Control, where everything is still served flambé. This is Climax Radio Show.
Oh, yes.
I am your host, Radio Free G, along with
Mr. Magnum.
And this is episode 7, part 1 of Climax Radio Show. We're going to start the show off today on a little bit of a sad note. It is mid-March 2008, and recently we have had the passing of a Canadian music icon, Jeff Healey.
May I just interrupt?
Of course.
My neighbor is such a lazy ass. He's driving up a snow-covered driveway, and he's not going anywhere. He's just spinning his wheels.
I have something to say about the weather myself. I think we should give Mr. Healey his due, and then we're going to get into it.
Go ahead.
Because
Go ahead. I just had to. I just saw that. I had to say
you have a better vantage point there from your Mission Control headquarters than I do, because I can't see anyone out there but...
Oh, did you see the car?
The silver one?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, okay, well,
that's the one spinning its wheels because he can't get out and shovel the driveway first.
Hey, I just hope that I can start going again when I gotta leave here.
Go ahead. Continue.
Yes. Okay. So Jeff Healey. For those that do not know, Jeff Healey was a talented and gifted guitarist.
Very.
He was born in Toronto, Ontario, and he suffered from, I believe it was essentially cancer of the eye. He had vision for a little bit as a child, but eventually he lost it completely. Mm-hmm. He was known for his guitar playing style, which was sitting down and playing the guitar. What is that that instrument you see in country bands where the guys slide back and forth?
A slide guitar.
But it looks more like a table.
It's like a table, and he's got the slide.
Yeah.
You know, it's not coming to me right now.
I'm not sure what it's called, but Jeff Healey was famous for playing I guess a normal guitar. That's the way that he would play it.
Played it.
He would have it sitting down on his lap,
yeah.
And he would kind of strum his hands up and down the neck and everything.
I believe he was 3 years old when he tried to pick up a guitar, and because he was so young, that's the way he ended up playing it.
Oh, so that's just the way that he always learned.
Yeah, because when he was so young, he picked it up, started playing it like, the way he plays now, and it just, I don't know, it just stuck with it.
Okay, I thought maybe it was easier for him to play that way because he couldn't see what he was doing.
No, that's what I read.
Oh, okay.
Because he picked it up so young.
Wow. So that means he started playing roughly right when he lost his eyesight. And this is I guess what he threw himself into. He plays some of the songs that he's famous for, Angel Eyes, and his cover of the Beatles' While My Guitar Gently Weeps. He had a very distinctive voice. You knew him pretty much as soon as you heard him. You could tell that it was Jeff Healey. Mm-hmm. He was also a little bit of a movie star. He was in the Roadhouse flick.
Was he?
The Jeff Healey band was the band in the bar that Patrick Swayze had to, get all the local toughs out of. They were the guys behind the wire mesh that everyone was throwing bottles at and everything like that.
No way! Oh my gosh, that's impressive.
Yeah. So he did quite a bit in his short time here on planet Earth. I believe we also had we mentioned the bar that he opened up in the Toronto area, Jeff Healey's.
Yeah, Healey's, yeah.
Or was it Jeff Healey's or Jeff Healey's Roadhouse? Something like that. He may have had more than one, but he was, an all-around businessman, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And what I have found out recently is that a lot of the talent that we have in Canada tends to flee to the U.S. Simply because that's the place to go. It's a much bigger pond, right?
Yeah.
He was more famous in the U.S.
Yeah, the morning that was a Monday morning that
I believe
we
so.
found out news came out that he passed away,
Mhm.
and I actually Googled news articles, and there was quite a bit of American news sites that had him.
There he goes again. I can see your neighbor now. What a jackass.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
That had him. That they announced his passing. So yeah, he was.
It was news.
He is well known. Yeah.
On this continent,
Was-
anyway, it was news. So we send out heartfelt condolences to the Jeff Healey family,
Yes.
including all the members in his extended family in the band, and we hope that his music doesn't just die out.
Well, he's got a new album that's coming out in a month.
Okay.
What?
I don't know. I find it weird. Every time someone dies, there's material. I mean, Tupac is still making CDs, right?
Well, he had. Well, the thing is that they're not scrounging around finding old tapes to.
So this
keep
is an
releasing.
actual. This
is
was
an
actually
actual
on
album
track.
He planned to release.
Okay.
It's nothing that they found, cassettes that they found, basement tapes and all that stuff. It's nothing like that where other artists do.
Well, if there's one positive from this, at least maybe out of the the morbid curiosity, or at least the benefit of having his name in the paper and on the airwaves right now, will be that more people will pick up the CD and experience Jeff Healey.
Yeah. It's his first rock album in 8 years, so
We will be looking forward to it, and maybe we'll feature a track.
sure.
We'll see how things go for number 8. Speaking of episode 8, before we get into it, we have a ton of requests. We're not able to get all of them into episode 7. We have
Surprised.
2 now. We already have another 2 requests for episode 8, and the set list is filling up quickly. So head over to the website, climaxradioshow.com. You can send an email to either myself or Mr. Magnum, and of course you can always use the Climax line 1-888-494-2263, and you can send your request in that way as well. And the benefit is you can say a little something, introduce your song, and we will put you into the show.
Yeah. Do you want to announce the new email addresses that we've launched?
I think we're going to leave that for part 2.
Oh, okay.
We'll leave some people hanging for a little bit.
Okay.
Because there is also some other site news that will be coming out. I'm going to do a little recap on the history of Climax Radio Show for episode 7, part 2.
Okay.
I'll get into that when we get into that. There's a whole reason behind that, but we'll announce that when we get into part 2.
Okay. I just also want to add to the listeners out there that are on Facebook, join our Facebook group.
Facebook? Really? We have a Facebook group?
We do have a Facebook group.
You are the IT master. Facebook group. Excellent.
So,
now, is it up and running, or will it be available at the time?
No, it's ready to go.
It's ready to go.
We're
Okay.
the only 2 people on there right now.
Okay. Oh, so you put me on there.
I put you on there, yes.
Excellent. Okay. I will go and hunt for that. I will go hunt for that page immediately. Now let's get to, before we get into the music. Now that that little bit of administrative work is taken care of, before we get to the actual playlist for today's show, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Normally I play the first song in the first part, but Mr. Magnum has agreed that he's going to go first this time.
Yeah.
So before he gets going, I just want to say, as has been mentioned, we're looking out the window, we're looking at the umpteenth storm that has been taking place in the southern Ontario region. Before I came here, I finished taking out the snow at my house, and I would just like to say, if Old Man Winter was a real live flesh and blood person, I would like to take my snow shovel and jam it sideways up his ass to the point where he's choking on the broken splinters from the snow shovel neck, because I've had enough. I'm running out of places to throw the snow. Honestly, I can't remember any time that we have had snowfall like this. In a month, in April, if I'm still seeing snow on the ground, I will be very upset. And I've just had it. I can't take any more. I don't mind cold. I mean, or everyone who's out there, listen back to your grade 9 geography classes, and you will know that places such as the Arctic and the Antarctic, even though they have tons and tons of snow, they are essentially frozen deserts because they don't get very much snowfall. There's very little precipitation. I can deal with minus 40. I can't deal with having to be out there and shoveling the snow and cleaning off the car and doing all of the things that go with snowstorms. Can't take it. That's my piece.
If I can just say my piece.
I am finished. You may go right ahead.
I disagree with you. I'm okay with the snow. I have no problems with it. However, there's a limit. And that limit is April.
Yeah, I mean, April,
So
April
once April
showers.
comes, no more snow.
I don't know. I think I'm just getting upset because I've had to clear snow from 2 separate locations.
Oh, that's right.
So this was not the year to do it. And I'm just tired. I mean, winter has beat me into submission. But okay, enough about the weather because we can't really change it. So let's move on. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of the program.
Yeah.
The 2 songs that I have for you today. Going back to episode 6, there was an error in the show. I called one of the items that was requested by a member of the listenership. They requested some Bugs Bunny cartoon audio. I went nutso on YouTube and started watching a whole bunch of cartoons that I had never even thought of checking on something like YouTube for. So the piece that we call the piece that we played called "Kill the Wabbit," which was the actual listener request, I mistakenly called it "Barber of Seville," and I was watching that while we were doing the show, and I started speaking about that one instead. Mm-hmm. So as a make good for everyone that's out there right now, we will be playing the Bugs Bunny Barber of Seville audio. And I'll just give you a quick little rundown when we get to that part of the show. And as a special treat for everyone out there, a first for Climax Radio, I am going to play for you the gayest song ever in the history of music. I'm not even going to tell you what it is until we get to that part of the show.
Okay.
That's my lineup for the show, Mr. Magnum.
Now, we were just going to mention what we have for this episode,
That's
right?
for part 1. Yeah.
Okay. So I will mention just what I have. So last episode, I came out with some Big Sugar. So what I've done for this episode is get 3 songs from the 3 members of Big Sugar.
Yes, you mentioned that the last show.
Right. I acted fast. I got 3. I got a track from each of the bands. So that's what I'm going to be showcasing this part 1. So what I got is the bassist Gary Lowe. He's in a reggae band. They're called Truth and Rights, and the track I've picked up from them is "Moving Up." Mr. Chill, who plays harmonica and sax, he's now part of Mr. Chill and the Witnesses, which is a country bluegrass blues band. And the track that I've got from his band album is "Do Not Go Quietly." And finally, Gordie Johnson, guitarist and vocalist of Big Sugar, he's now in Grady, and the track I got from his album is "Three-Legged Race." And don't confuse that with Carlo. And the style of music that the genre that they've called them, that they're listed under, is Delta Metal. So
Delta Metal.
Delta Metal. So I think we got some blues and some hard guitar.
They're not from the Delta.
I think one of the members are. It's not a Total Toronto band. I think you got Gordie, who's Canadian, and then probably another one from Texas or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's my lineup. 3 tracks from former members of Big Sugar.
I've never heard any of that, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
So you will be starting us off. So which one of the 3 gentlemen are you going to play first?
I'm going to start off with Gary Lowe, Truth and Rights, with the track "Moving Up." Now, Truth and Rights, they have a website, MySpace page, and it's myspace.com/truthsandrightsband. They have 4 tracks on there. You can listen to them. I haven't been able to find their album on Amazon or anything like that. So I'm not sure if you can buy their stuff. I know they're together and they're putting on shows and stuff. It says here that they were 2006 Juno winners for Reggae Recording of the Year.
Junos being the Canadian Music Awards.
Yeah. But hold on a sec. They listed this. Is it they were nominated or they won it? They're not too clear. But I think they were. I'm going to say that they were nominated for a Juno Award.
At the very least, a nomination is a nomination.
Oh yeah. At least they're recognized.
I mean,
so here's.
There's lots of bands that have never even been nominated that are fantastic.
That's true. Very true. So here's a few words from the website about Truths and Rights. Truths and Rights are a group of seasoned professional musicians playing tight, high-energy, heavy reggae. Two of the band members are former Big Sugar members. Oh, I didn't know that. The repertoire ranges from classic roots reggae to ska and urban dancehall and is mainly original with a sprinkling of recognizable reggae hits as well as some Big Sugar jams done TNR style. TNR.
Okay.
Truths and Rights has consistently brought their audiences to new heights, often playing 2+ hour shows when permitted. Those who haven't previously seen Truths and Rights live are driven to dance and party until the very last encore. You can't sit still at a Truths and Rights show. Something amazing happens when they perform. Truths and Rights are the real deal.
For 2-hour shows, they must be playing some Big Sugar tunes.
Oh, yeah.
They have to.
Yeah, that's a lot of work to play for 2 hours.
Well, yeah.
I mean, Zeppelin would play for over 2 hours.
Yeah, but they would come in and out, right? One guy would jam for.
That's true. Oh, yeah, that's
minutes,
true.
And then
that's true.
The band would take a break. They
had their own solos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other guys would go underneath the stage or whatever and do whatever the hell they did down there. That's when rock and roll was rock and roll.
That's right. That's true. So they do have an album out, but like I said, I couldn't find it on Amazon or anywhere you could purchase. So the album that they have here is an independent release from 2005 called Live Up, and the track I've chosen is Moving Up. So here it is, Moving Up, from Truths and Rights.
So move it up, we're moving up, and move it up, we're moving up, and move it up, we're moving up. Give me the light and that split just fine. And move it up, we're moving up, and move it up, we're moving up, and move it up, we're moving up. To Zion. All done about we life now done yo. All done about we life now done yo. All done about we life now done. So give thanks every day, hey, I got yo. You can't stun about your life now done, yo. You girl on about your life now done, yo. You weed fun about your life now done. So give thanks every day, hey, I got yo. So broke for so long, me done not ever strong. Can't get none in a me hand, but hear me now. I told the separation, me know say Johnny man did done, and it never left his strand. Me now, when I was moving on, looking straight to Zion, never fall a Babylon. But hear me now, because I'm living and I'm loving and I'm feeling and I'm breathing and I'm chanting this one. Hey, so move it up, we're moving up, and move it up, we're moving up, and move it up, we're moving up. Give me the light and that split. And move it up, we're moving up, and move it up, we're moving up, and move it up, we're moving up. To Zion. It's not the money we make you live, it's not the money we make you give, it's not the money we make you negative or be positive. And the money we give you the breath and no more to sustain. Give thanks in all your brain, even you feeling pain. Even when things lean and rough, maybe things not enough now, but still got enough. No food no in my fridge, but food in my belly. And in my can survive, you know me have a one puff. Say all done about we life now done, yo. All done about we life now done, yo. All done about we life now done. So give thanks every day, hey, yo. You can't stun about your life now done, yo. You girl on about your life now done, yo. You weed fun about your life now done. So give thanks every day, hey. We tell them lives are precious, love your precious. We have to be conscious. Come and I try to be righteous and cautious, yo. Hungry vicious, that the dishes. We have to be righteous. Come and know say Father God watch us. When they have to reach a Mount Zion. We go thriller with the conquering lion. Truth and right, you know it's off like a liar. King Selassie, you know it's got desire. Say hard on but we life not done, yo. Hard on but we life not ready, yo. Hard on but we life not done. So give thanks every day, yo. Hey, yo. You can't stand but your life not done, yo. You burn on but your life not ready, yo. You weep on but your life not done. So give thanks every day, yo. Hey, so move it up, we're moving our and move it up, we're moving our and move it up, we're moving our give me the light and that split just on. And move it up, we're moving our and move it up, we're moving our and move it up, we're moving our to Zion, 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 to Zion, 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 to Zion, 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 to Zion, 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 Zion. Move it up, move it up, move it up.
Well, there you have it. What did you think?
Clearly an example of the dance hall section of their repertoire. Just for everyone who's listening, in case you're not in front of your computer when you're hearing this, his name is spelled Lowe. If you search for Gary Low on Google or whatever, you will not find him. Just getting back to the song itself, Gary Lowe obviously is the
he does the vocals and bass playing.
He does the vocal. Now, as far as I remember, he never did any vocals for Big Sugar. Is that
No,
correct?
but I think there was like one track where he actually said a few words, reggae style.
Oh, he was just throwing in some.
Yeah, I remember. I can't remember the name of the track, but I do recall there was a track where he actually went up to the mic.
Okay, I have to say I'm actually pretty impressed with that song.
It was a good track.
Immediately you can tell what it is.
Yeah.
But the amount of derivative ska and punk music that comes out, where you get a bunch of kids who they want to make the 3-chord rock and roll dream, and they gravitate towards the ska music because it's relatively simple to play, and you can have sort of the extended jam sessions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed that they managed to wrap it up, and they didn't just let it go and let the song breathe and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
It was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be.
Oh.
A lot shorter, because every time I hear ska, I think sort of droning on and on.
On and on.
Yeah, it's really is more concert style music.
Right.
It's not. I never really got any pleasure out of putting on music like that on the home stereo or something and just sitting and listening to it.
No.
It's something you really got to be up and you got to be swaying to and you got to be in a crowd of people.
Definitely true. Yeah. But I guess it's a good track, and I don't know how the rest of the album sounds.
Well, I wish that we could buy it, but
yeah, like I said, there's 4 more tracks, so you can sample off the MySpace page, and you can also leave them a message and demand to buy a CD.
It just may not be available in Canada.
I don't know.
There's an artist I'm going to speak about in part 2 of the show. And I'll be mentioning some of the staggered continental release dates for their new material that's coming out.
Right.
So it may just not be available yet. And the internet is actually catching up on that. You can't just go to a .com site and suddenly get everything, because I know I've tried to go to NBC and watch TV shows and they say sorry.
Oh God, yeah, I know.
So I'm trying to find a way to mask my IP address, but
I'll show you how to do that through a proxy.
Yes, exactly. I started looking at that, and I was fiddling around with it, and I never got a chance to make it work, because I find it ridiculous that I can go to a website, but because of the country that I'm in, I mean, the internet has no geography whatsoever.
Yeah, I know that's true, and they block you.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that takes us to my first song.
Yes.
Okay, get ready, Magnum.
I'm ready.
This is the gayest song
ever
in the history of music. First, I will give you the band, Air Supply. I will give you the song.
Here we go. I know it now.
Making Love Out of Nothing at All.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is such a gay track.
Well, it's not just this song. If normally we do, we give out websites and stuff for people. The actual Air Supply internet presence is piss poor. I don't think they're really up to this whole new internet thing. There is a fan site that I think is a million times better than their official site.
Oh.
The fan site is called, which this may also be the gayest internet site ever too, Air Supply Now and Forever. .com.
Oh my God! Yes.
If you head over to the airsupplynow.com,
yes,
you can see a little bit of a history of the band. The band, it's had its share of revolving members, but at its core, it is two men. It was started in Sydney, Australia, in May of 1975. Englishman Graham Russell and Australian Russell Hitchcock met as cast members in the stage production of Jesus Christ Superstar. Now, I love Jesus as much as the next guy, but I've seen Jesus Christ Superstar in bits and pieces because I can't get through it.
Okay.
It is terrible.
Oh.
I think Jesus himself, when he returns, is going to say, "What were you thinking?" Because it's some of our younger listeners may not know what that is. If you ever hear the words Jesus Christ Superstar, turn around, walk away. Save yourself the heartache, because it's just, ludicrous is not too strong a word. Just terrible. Setting, costume, design, even the songs, terrible, terrible, terrible. And it makes sense that Air Supply would be born in this shitstorm of people lacking talent.
Right.
They have a fan club, of course, like any other self-respecting band. You know what they call members of the fan club?
What?
Airheads.
Oh my God.
The gayness just keeps on coming.
It does.
So you can go to airsupplynow.com, get all your air supply needs. You can see photos of these men doing their thing in concert. Here is the gayest song ever, Air Supply, making love out of nothing at all.
I know just how to whisper, and I know just how to cry. I know just where to find the answers, and I know just how to lie. I know just how to fake it, and I know just how to scheme. I know just when to face the truth, and then I know just when to dream. And I know just where to touch you, and I know just what to prove. I know when to pull you closer, and I know when to let you loose. And I know the night is fading, and I know the time's gonna fly. And I'm never gonna tell you everything I gotta tell you, but I know I gotta give it a try. And I know the roads to riches, and I know the ways to fame. I know all the rules, and then I know how to break them, and I always know the name of the game. But I don't know how to leave you, and I'll never let you fall. And I don't know how you do it, making love out of nothing at all. 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 Every time I see you on the rays of the sun, I'm screaming through the waves in your head. And every star in the sky is taking aim at your eyes like a spotlight. The beating of my heart is a drum, and it's lost, and it's looking for a rhythm like you. You can take the darkness from the pit I'm never gonna make it like you do, making love out of nothing at all, out of nothing at all, out of nothing at all.
That was
Oh my gosh.
making love out of nothing at all. Mr. Magnum, tell me, what did you
I
think?
can't even laugh. Okay, I can't. I don't know how you're laughing. I can't even laugh at the
Oh.
gay. You just, I don't know what you did to my speakers. Like, they're just covered in gayness.
Well, actually, it is impossible for your speakers to be covered in gayness right now
Uh-huh.
because there is actually a gayness index.
Okay.
This is something that I have created through diligent research through the internet.
Okay.
This deals with repeated listenings of the song.
Oh.
Now, if you just hear the song once, the way that we have now, and I hope the way the listenership has, I hope they're not, rewinding and going backwards to listen to this song again. But if you listen to the song once,
Yes.
some people may experience an immediate gag reflex, which is what happened to you apparently
Yes.
while you were listening to this song.
Yes. Yes.
If you listen to it 2 times, so back to back, you will start to question your own heterosexuality. If you listen to it 3 times, upon completion of the 3rd listening, that is when you decide to explore the gay lifestyle.
Okay.
If you listen to it 4 times, so back to back to back to back,
Yeah.
then you are gay. No ifs, ands, or buts. You simply magically become the embodiment of gayness.
Oh my God.
If you listen to it 5 times, any of your children and or your pets become gay. If you
Oh.
listen to it 6 times, that is when your furniture becomes gay. So if we made it to 6 times,
Yeah.
then your speakers would be infused with gayness.
Actually, this whole studio would become gay.
Oh, Mission Control would just suddenly have, like a pinkish hue.
Yeah.
And if you listen to it 7 times, now this is the height of the gayness index. If you listen to it 7 times in a row,
Yeah.
the force is so overwhelming that the gayness works its way backwards through your family tree and your parents become gay.
That is an amazing scale you have there.
This will be posted when we put the show up, just because we want to warn the listenership. We're here to provide entertainment, but we don't want you to experience any health difficulties.
Right.
Sometimes there's just too much rock, and we'll put that right on the blog post. We'll tell you only experience in small doses.
Yeah, definitely.
It's one of the reasons why we had to cut the show and make it 2 75-minute episodes, because there was just too much goodness
Yeah,
in
actually,
the 1 2-hour block.
Or 75-minute episodes.
75 minutes, yes. So that is my first song.
Okay. Okay.
Hit us up with your second song.
Now I'm gonna play a little rockin' track here. We're on to Mr. Chill, who played harmonica, did some background vocals, and played sax for Big Sugar. Kelly Hopp, which is his real name, he now leads Mr. Chill and the Witnesses. He's from Windsor, Ontario, Mr. Chill. And on his MySpace page, he's got a lot of shows around Windsor. So it looks like he's staying local for the next couple. Well, it looks like next 3 months. 11 Windsor, Ontario shows. Mr. Chill and the Witnesses is comprised of Gary Cox on guitar, mandolin, banjo, and vocals, Luke Pilati on drums, and Josh Zaliv on bass and also vocals. And Mr. Kelly Hopp, lead vocals, harmonica, saxophone, and rhythm guitar. On the MySpace page, there's 4 tracks. I believe there is an album called Cold Testament that was released in 2006. I believe that's available on Amazon. And as always, I'll have the link up. And here's just a few words off their MySpace page. Mr. Chill is an in-demand session player, having appeared on Black Crowes' frontman Chris Robinson's solo CD, New Earth Mud, and Canadian rockers The True's Den of Thieves. In 2007, he played on the Joel Plaskett Emergency's Ashtray Rock CD and Pat Robitaille's release Summer Love. Mr. Chill has performed live with the aforementioned and alongside acclaimed artists such as Ron Leary and David Gogo. Have you heard of those two?
I've heard of the Joel Plaskett Emergency.
Oh, have you?
Yes. And you know what? I'm going to put them down. I'm going to see if I can find something for them for the next show.
Okay. You heard the whole CD? Or just like a track?
No, just singles and stuff like that.
It's good?
Yes.
Yeah? Oh.
Yes.
Well, there you go. That's good. Okay, I'd like to hear that too. So here we have a track off their album, Mr. Chill's Cold Testament. The track is called Do Not Go Quietly.
But
have it. Mr. Chill and the Witnesses. What'd you think of that track?
I loved it.
It's not bad.
I loved it. Well, anyone who has a mandolin and a banjo, really gets me going.
Right.
I also like the fact that the band has more than one vocalist.
Yeah, they all sing.
You mentioned that there were something like 5 members in the band, and 3 of them actually do vocals. 4 of them do vocals.
4 members, 3 of them do vocals.
Three of them do vocals. That is a hallmark of great bands.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you think of, even the classics like Queen, U2, stuff like that. It lends a dimension to their performance that they can do things live on stage.
Yep.
And really give you something different. It's not just like a pop concert or something where you go and you essentially get the CD thrown back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe with a different arrangement on 1 or 2 songs.
Yep.
But they can actually put something together. These guys, I think, would put on a fantastic live show.
Yeah. I mean, consider that they came from Big Sugar and now they've branched off, and so far what we've heard is pretty good. So each of them had talent. It's not like one was just in the background doing nothing. It's
now
standing behind.
Now
Gordy.
this group here, is a CD available for them to purchase? Were you able to find it?
Yes, I think I did. I was searching Amazon before, and I think I did see it on Amazon. If it's there, the link will be up on the site. But I think I did see their CD on there. Well, hold on a sec. The CD is listed. It's unavailable.
Unavailable. Oh, so it's probably not released yet.
No, it was released.
Oh, it was.
Maybe you just can't.
So how can it be released and?
It's there. It's there.
And
it
unavailable.
No longer available. Now I remember.
But they essentially make these things almost make to order. That's how Columbia House does it.
Well, we're not dealing with Columbia House.
But if they can make to order for them, you're telling me Amazon can't come in and say, by the way, have a catalog here for us? Because you buy shit from Columbia House, and it has the Columbia House sticker.
Yeah, I think they press it.
It has it on the disc, and it has it in any of the the booklets or paraphernalia that comes with it.
Yeah.
So that was made especially for your order.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you know what? Sometimes Columbia House they don't carry stuff that they used to have, but I guess that's not because they run out. Like Amazon did.
Columbia House is a piece of crap anyway. I don't want to get started on them. Excellent song. I appreciated that one.
Thank you.
And we will, of course, try to have the links up at climaxradioshow.com, where you can go there and find all your music needs. Okay, my final song, I guess, for part 1, since I'm doing 2 this time. This is the Make Good, as I mentioned, from part 6. This is the Bugs Bunny audio for Barber of Seville. Again, it stays within that Bugs Bunny vein of exploration where they would use a lot of the classical music at the time. Mm-hmm. This, of course, is based on the... Did I call it Barber of Seville? It's supposed to be Rabbit of Seville. Barber of Seville is the opera that it's based on.
You did say Barber.
Okay. Something happens to me. I start thinking about bugs, and I lose all my senses. So before I get any more confused, let's get right into playing the track. Once again, I want to say a thank you to Melissa, who sent in the audio request on the Climax line, 1-888-49-I-CAME. That's 1-888-494-2263, toll free across North America. Send in your requests. You can go back and check out episode 6, parts 1 and 2, and you can hear Melissa's request for her original Bugs Bunny audio. So let's get to Bugs Bunny and Rabbit of Seville.
Welcome to my shop. Let me cut your mop. Let me shave your crop. Daintily, daintily. Hey, you. Don't look so perplexed. Why must you be vexed? Can't you see you're next? Yes, you're next. You're so next. How about a nice close shave? Teach your whiskers to behave. Lots of lather, lots of soap. Please hold still, don't be a dope. Now we're ready for the scraping. There's no use to try escaping. Yell and scream and rant and rave. No use, you need a shave.
Ooh, ouch, ouch, ooh, ouch, ooh, ooh, ouch!
There, you're nice and clean. Although your face looks like it might have gone through a machine.
Oh, where do I get that wabbit?
What would you want with a wabbit? Can't you see that I'm much sweeter? I'm your little senorita. You are my type of guy. Let me straighten your tie, and I shall dance for you.
And that was the Make Good Bugs Bunny Rabbit of Seville. So Magnum, what do you think?
Well, every time, this is now the third Bugs Bunny track you brought in, and
Well, I had to bring this one in.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
you know, this is not turning into a thing. We're not going to have any for a while, unless, of course, someone in the listenership requests another, you know, if they want, like, the Chip and Dale's theme song.
Right.
Or something, right? Then, you know, we'll go out and find it. But this, you know, I felt I owed this to the listenership.
Yeah. And like I was saying, it just images of that episode. Now, was it Elmer Fudd in the barber chair?
Yes.
And he slaps him with the ears and puts the what does he put on, lotion and the hot towel and all that?
Yep. Yep. Stuff that, of course, you will not hear on the radio, and now ever more increasingly so, which is pretty sad, stuff you won't see on TV.
Did you know that here on Teletoon from
Bugs Bunny's
it's
Bugs
on.
Bunny
It's
and
on,
Tweety's show?
Yeah, from 7:30 to 8:30.
It is, yes, but but you know,
maybe it's just a selected.
Yeah, they don't go through the entire canon of Bugs Bunny stuff, and they very very heavy on the repeat schedules, because I think they don't expect people like us to tune in. They expect kids with short attention spans and whatever to tune in. So it's nice. They do take out some of the nuggets like the Foghorn Leghorn and stuff like that. But there's very few cartoons dealing with Roadrunner, because those cartoons were made to be pretty long, and you can't really chop them up and put them on a show like that. So it's nice that it's very nice that it's there and it's available. But I'm gonna have to start buying some of this stuff on DVD. Because
they have volume 1. I think they have volume.
All the Looney Tunes. I think it's 4.
1 through 4 is
1
out.
through 4. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go out and buy that. And of course, on the website, we will have a link for this cartoon that you can follow directly to YouTube and check it out. And that is the end for me for part 1.
Okay, my last track for part 1. The final Big Sugar band member, Gordie Johnson, guitarist and vocalist. He's moved on to a band called Grady, which is a hard rock, southern rock, Texas blues band.
What did you call them? Delta something?
Delta Metal.
Delta Metal.
That's listed on their MySpace page. The band is comprised of 3 members: Gordie Johnson, vocals, guitarist; Ben Richardson on bass; and Chris Layton on drums. Now, in September 2007, the drummer was replaced with Nina Singh, and she was from an Austin band named Kitty Gordon. I don't have any information on Kitty. But these guys, hard rocking, they have 4 tracks on the MySpace page, hard rocking tracks. They have released 2 albums. The first one is called Why You So Shady, and that was released in 2005, I believe. Their latest record was released in 2007, and it's called A Cup of Cold Poison. It was recorded at Willie Nelson's Pandernail Studio, and it also features appearances by Willie Nelson.
So these guys are trying to infuse themselves with some sort of lineage or pedigree, or are they just luck of the draw? We happen to get Willie Nelson.
I'm going to say luck of the draw.
Luck of the draw? Okay. Okay.
Anyway, the track I chose is from their 2007 release, A Cup of Cold Poison. It's called 3-Legged Race. Here is Grady.
Just my appetite for you.
So there you have it, three-legged race. Now, I forgot to mention that they do have tour dates, and these guys are all over, not just around here, Waterloo, Toronto, Ottawa, but they're in Quebec, Austin, Texas, San Angelo, Laredo, I said Austin, Houston. So these guys are doing quite a bit of touring.
Well, this particular band I had actually heard of before. The other two I had not heard of at all. Right. I didn't even know that they were releasing music at that point. But as is the case, whenever a band breaks up, the lead singer is the one who's going to get most of the attention. Yeah. And I'm sure he still, has his double guitar, and he's
double
still
neck Gibson. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, he is a showman. He knows how to take up the stage and make sure that the light is focused squarely on him.
Yeah.
For some reason, though, I always thought he was a better guitar player than singer. I just I don't know. There's something about him that I don't see him as the main guy.
Right.
He would be the perfect secondary guy because he can handle the music and he can put in something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any sort of combinations like that right now, either now or in the past that have existed, where there was the main dude and then there was a secondary guy. Nothing is springing to mind though. I'm gonna have to sit and ruminate on that a little bit. But he's obviously still doing his thing, and I'm sure he still has his clothing contract.
I don't know. Now he's all Southern, so he's wearing a cowboy hat. And
I don't know. I can't see him doing that. I mean, the guy, he's big enough. Even when Big Sugar was still kicking around, he was the face, and he was the name that you knew, right?
Yeah.
So he could. I mean, I'm sure he could leave this band he's with right now, and he could start up another band tomorrow. Right, just based on the cachet of his name and his own personal image, not so much a band image.
Yeah, and his talent. Well, the guy's fantastic.
And
he is a fantastic guitarist.
He is. I said, I always thought he was better on the guitar than on the microphone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that being said, he's still actually pretty good on the microphone. And I guess that's it.
That's it for part one.
That's the end of part one. So before we go, very quickly, I encourage everyone to visit us at climaxradioshow.com. You can find all contact information there, emails for myself and Mr. Magnum, and you can also find the toll-free across North America Climax line, 1-888-494-2263. That's 1-888-494-I-CAME. Call and give us any of your feedback on the show. Leave your requests, and you will be on the show. Any closing thoughts, Mr. Magnum?
Hit the Facebook page and join our group.
Yes, we will bring that to you at the top of episode 7, part 2, along with a little bit of the history so far, the ongoing history, if you will, of Climax Radio Show. Always a happy ending. Compliments of Climax Radio.
See y'all soon.
What the fuck is that? I thought you were supposed to go, oh yeah.
You've been listening to Climax Radio. Subscribe for free on iTunes and visit us on the web at climaxradioshow.com. Always a happy ending. Compliments of Climax Radio.